Let me go to Larry out of Indiana. Larry, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, Jesse, how are you?
All is well, sir. How are you?
I'm well. I just got to say, for anyone who's listening, if you are not with it, them thoughts are not yours.
That's for sure.
I just got to say, so I caught a pretty bad speeding ticket last week going up to Michigan to go see my girlfriend in college. And it was I was going 107 down one of those Amish roads. It wasn't like I was rushing to see her type thing. Like it was my third hour of driving. I was almost there, not even 30 minutes away. You know, I just got pulled over, arrested. I was only in there for like 3 hours or whatnot. Like it was my very first time being arrested, so it went pretty well. I kept having thoughts like, oh yeah, you're gonna be in jail for a long time. Long story short, I was only in there for like 3 hours.
You were having thoughts about what?
I was gonna have to stay in jail. I wasn't gonna be able to get out. All this old crazy nonsense. I was only in there for like not even 3 hours.
Oh, okay.
And I got out and I had court, and I just have all these thoughts. You're going to go to jail. Going to go to jail. You're going to go to jail. I've never had anything about. I'm not even a criminal. I'm only 18. This is my very first time getting in trouble with the police. But just come to find out, the prosecutor just called me, and I'm not even going to go to jail. I just got to pay a fine and do some community work. So
nice.
It's just amazing. Well, I do have a good question. So in my church, we're taught that, you know, before not my church anymore, I don't go there anymore. We're taught that you have to pray before every meal. Like, you know, they tell you if you need to pray before every meal. What if someone poisons you? And if you pray before you eat, then God will take that poison away. And if you don't, you know, all that type of thing. So I wanted to ask you, do you have to pray before every single meal?
You don't have to pray before, but what I would recommend is just before you take that first bite of food, you sit there for a minute and look at it, be aware of the food. And then you start eating it so that you can eat without becoming unconscious by the food. It won't be like a drug, because when we eat, because of the ego, the food it causes us to go unconscious if you're not aware of it. But if you eat without going unconscious, you only eat what you need, and it won't cause you to go unconscious. You'll stay aware.
Oh, okay.
God said when we eat to remember, not to forget. And so be present, be conscious while you're eating. It's going to be hard to do it, because you sit there, you look at the food for a second, and then you're like, I'm going to be aware while I eat this meal. And right after the first 2 or 3 bites, you're unconscious again, and the next thing you know, the meal is done. It's over with. So try to be aware while you're eating.
Okay.
That's all I mean.
And one last question. You should love everyone, including thy enemy, correct?
Yeah, meaning don't hate anyone. Never get angry at anyone, even your bitter enemy.
So that means that we should even love, like Satan, the devil, we should even love Satan, although he can't control himself, et cetera, whatever.
Well, you're not loving him, you're just not hating evil, but you're overcoming evil with good. And anytime you get angry at evil, it will control you. And so love just means don't hate, don't be angry. When you don't have anger, you have perfect love.
Okay.
All right?
Well, thanks for taking my call, Jesse. I will be calling back. I got like this little notes list of a bunch of questions I have to ask you over a couple of weeks, etc. But I just got that call from the prosecutor. I just had to call.
Right on, man. Stay out of thoughts. All thoughts are all lies all the time about anything. Thank you, Larry.
Thank you.
All right, buddy. 888-7753-773. There's a line open. Let me go to Will. The Will Be Done, a first-time caller out of San Francisco. Will, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, how you doing, Jesse?